Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Overlord Season 4 episode number 9 reaction. Okay, the previous episode, something new began. What happened was Philip, the guy who Albedo was using as like a pawn to her plans, he did something crazy. He actually with his few friends attacked and took away the food that was supposed to go to. Now here's one thing, they said like the slain theocracy, but from the comments I was able to understand that it's not the slain theocracy, it was the Holy Empire. Now the Holy Empire, which happened before this, the arc is supposed to be shown in a movie which we'll get later on. So obviously because of that, I was also kind of thinking, I was thinking like, why why are they providing food to the slain theocracy? But I didn't think that much. Now it makes sense if the food was actually going to the Holy Empire, because something happened over there which we've still not seen, which we'll see in the movie, and that's why I'm guessing this alliance or whatever. So yeah, I'm guessing that's basically what was happening. They were providing transporting food there, and these Philip and that his other noble friends, they decided to go and attack them and take away the food and all that. That's what happened. Obviously Albedo was very pissed off at that. They brought Hilma in front of Ainz, and Ainz was like, it's okay, because we should not blame the person who is who is the boss of the subordinate to make the mistake. He makes a very good point, and we actually see how how, what can I say, how benevolent of a leader he is. And obviously Hilma is very happy about that. While all that happened, now we have to do something. We just cannot keep quiet. So Albedo went to the empire, to the Riesti's kingdom, and in front of the king, they also kind of sent like a letter which was saying that this happened, and we might wage war because of this, because of this thing, because of this rudeness or whatever. Now obviously what was his name? Oh boy, I forgot his name again. That the prince, Zanok, was that his name? I forgot his name. Anyways, that guy, he knows that if we try to do something with the sorcerer kingdom, we're going to be completely destroyed. So he's like, yeah, let us become the vassal kingdom, state of the sorcerer kingdom or something like that. Let's surrender. We should not go against him. But the king in the end says that when Albedo comes, he says like, take my head and forgive my kingdom. I wonder what Albedo will say after that, and how they're going to the situation is going to proceed from here onwards. Maybe Albedo will use some counter proposal or something. I'm guessing that's what's going to happen, but let us see how this goes. All right, let's begin. This is episode number 9. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here, sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. There you go, Holy Kingdom. Nice. And here we go. Okay. Obviously this is a very big deal, because the king himself is saying like, oh, to forgive us, take my head and forgive us, or something like that, he said, which is a big deal, a very big deal. The king of a place, the king of an empire. So yeah, let's see what goes on here. There's so many things going on, because I remember in the previous episode saying like, oh, Albedo will probably say something like, oh, what good that will do. But from the comments I was able to realize that this is not that simple. This is a political situation. Like you cannot just think of it like that. Like, if Alberto rejects it, then it'll be a huge political, like, what can I say, mess, I guess. So yeah, I never thought about it. Like, this is like, like, these are actually concerning a lot of different kingdoms. So just normally thinking about a situation won't work. Like, politics comes in this, all of these situations gets mixed into this situation. So you need to actual make actual proper decisions, which does not tip the balance, political balance, or something like that, I'm guessing. Let's see. Oh boy, he's surprised. Everyone's surprised. Countdown to extinction. Ah, Gazef. Damn. Yeah. Oh no, never mind. Okay, there you go. All right, like I said, she doesn't. Okay. 1 month. Um, okay. Eh, oh no. Oh no. All right. Oh my God. Hey. He's like, I'm going to take my time. Huh? There goes that possibility. Oh, they're like training for the battle or something? Oh my God. Yeah. They just need a teleport spell. They just need a teleport spell. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Ah. Razor Edge. Okay. Possible. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I doubt he plans on like killing everyone. I doubt that. Ah. Hmm. Okay. Wait, it's already 1 month? Oh damn. Ah. Okay. Wow. A few people defected in this. Okay, that's like okay. Oh. Yeah, okay, okay. Kingdom's borders before they even notice. Hmm. Ah, but yeah. There you go. It may not be difficult. Hmm. Yeah, they will have to take care of a lot of other things, you know. Yes. Yeah. Next region. Oh. Okay, let's see what she has. Why is Pistonia here? Okay. All right. Inayu. He's like, what should I do? Okay. Frozen prison. That's why Pistonia is here. So this happened before. So these two are okay. Just oh, so Alberto's his little sister. Okay. Oh, what? Whoa, it's freezing inside. Oh, there you go. Pistonia's there. Wait, that's her? She looks like a. You know who she reminds me of? Oh my. Wait. I'll talk about it later. Another anime. Another girl from another anime. Uh, Crime Edge or something. There was an anime called that. There was a girl like that there. There you go. Impossible. Hmm. Oh my god. Ah, Sebas. Okay. Yeah. True. You know, like I'm like she is telling the truth. He's all bones, so I don't think. Just falls down. Hmm. Interesting. But I don't. No, wait. Ice doesn't want to rule the world with fear. What he's talking about is ruling the world with fear. Oh, there you go. That's where the carrot and the stick comes. Okay, good point. Wait, did she just forget to say the one in the end? Hmm. Yeah. Small number of humans. But that's what he said. Whoa. Okay. Heinz. My future self. All right. Whoa. Who's this? Wait. Who? Oh, that's that girl from the opening. Hmm. Yo, those two are like fighting. Hmm. Yeah. Those are. Ah, they're mithril. Okay. Yeah, but this is different. This guy is like, yeah. Hmm. Ooh. Yeah, obviously, like if Ainz doesn't want them to run, he will make them be here and. Okay, so these are all the mithril, yeah, four armaments. That's a priest, and that's a warrior, I'm guessing, the girl. I don't know why, but she reminds me of Astolfo so much from Fate. Oh, wait. Lilynet, that's her. Wow. Wait, what? Oh my god. Hey! Oh my god! This. He's like, wait a minute. I feel like I should not. Yee. What? Oh god. He's like, maybe not. Yeah, I feel like I should not. Oh. What do you think? They are all just. I don't think that was humor, you know? God. Alright, let's see what. Okay, there are the two death knights. Holy attacks, I'm guessing. I don't think bows will work. That guy has a huge shield. That death knight. Yeah, okay, these ones will go down. But yeah, these two. Oh, it's running. Damn. Alright. Nothing's working. Oh, that guy has a powerful attack. Okay. The death knight. Nothing is happening. Ooh. Okay. Wow, this death knight is trump cards. You think? Okay. Lilinet. Oh, damn. Okay, there you go. Okay, so warrior, a priest, and a mage. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, oh, wait. Oh, damn. That's an interesting skill. It's been a while I've actually seen a skill like that. I remember in MMOs, there's a skill like this. A lot of MMOs where there's like a weapon gets replicated and it just floats around you and attacks the enemy automatically. Damn. All right. Ooh, that was cool. Damn. Wow, they're struggling so much with one Death Knight. Oh yeah, the other one. Damn. Oh, yo, that's the dual wielder. All right, so a tank and a DPS. Wow. Oh god. Who the hell was that? Who who did that? Wait, how is that? Who's doing that? Wait, who's that? Is that one of Ainz's people? Are they like doing the like the same thing where they attack and then protect? Who is that? Vermilion drop? No, that was not Ainz's. Okay. All according to Keikaku. And everyone's like, yes. Oh boy. Whoa. Okay, I was not expecting suddenly a random adamantine adventure to come here and just save them and just go back. Wow. Interesting. The weapon that he has is an actual gun. I don't think I've seen any character in the show using any guns. So is that something that one of the players brought in this game or something like that? Or introduced in this game? Who knows? Because, yeah, I don't think I've seen anyone using any guns. Yeah, I've never seen anyone doing that. So, who knows? But damn, he just not one-shotted, but like, had to unleash a few shots, but still, just wiped out the Death Knight that easily. But still, I'm pretty sure if any one of the guardians go and fight him or her, I'm not sure if that's a male or a female inside the armor, then I'm pretty sure that person will not survive even 5 minutes. Like, that's the level of difference between a Death Knight and like one of the guardians. All right, we begin this episode with obviously the king saying that will you take my head. Now here's one thing which is, like I said, I thought like this is one thing that's kind of interesting. I told before that I want to make this place a very nice, like a very good kingdom, a place which is so good that everyone else comes to me and wants to be in my kingdom. Remember in the first episode he said like I'm going to make a kingdom which is as sweet as honey. So I don't think he's going in that direction at this point. Like, he's just like, that's why I said, like I said that maybe like there's a lot of political a lot of political things which are like kind of intermixed with this whole situation. So Albedo cannot just say that, oh, I will not accept your head. We are going to attack either way, because I thought that, oh, if that happens, obviously a king is offering his head and saying that, oh, please forgive us. So actually rejecting that, obviously all the other kingdoms, it'll actually kind of give a bad impression of the sorcerer kingdom to all the other kingdoms. It'll make like an enemy of them as well. So I was thinking maybe after listening to that, Albedo might actually do something else, or like I'm saying Albedo, but obviously it's not Albedo. Everything that Albedo is doing is on Ainz's order. So yeah, technically Ainz would do something different. He would probably post kind of make some counter counter proposal and say something like, oh, okay, we don't need your head, but yeah, if you do this, then we'll not attack you, or something like that. I thought that was going to happen. But no, the thing that I thought previously, which I said in the previous video reaction, that Albedo will not take the offer and she'll be like, oh, it doesn't like help us out in any way, what will your head do? We're going to attack either way. That is what he she ended up doing in the end, which is obviously under Ainz's orders. So interesting. Like I said, I kind of changed my mind a little bit after thinking about it and reading the comments. I thought like, okay, maybe Albedo will not go in that direction, or sorry, not Albedo, Ainz will not go in that direction. Since he's offering up his head, maybe he'll do something else. Maybe he'll be like, all right, we won't attack you, but you have to do this, or put some terms and treaties or something like that is going to happen. But no, turns out nothing like that. So I'm kind of curious because, like I said, Ainz did say that we're going to rule this world with not with fear, but with with power. I'm guessing they're not going to just but you know what, I guess at the same time he's not unnecessarily attacking kingdoms. He's attacking them because they first did something wrong to them. They went and attacked their their food supply, which was being sent to the Holy Kingdom. So obviously these are the people who attacked first. So I'm guessing technically he is not just unnecessarily or without any reason he's attacking. That's not what he's doing. Technically he's actually just because they did them wrong, they're going to attack them. That kind of thing is happening. So yeah, I guess if you think of it in that way, you cannot blame Ainz's but obviously this that they're attacking them, this in itself is not going to help out in what Ainz thought he was going to make this place is like a place which will be as sweet as honey. I don't know, I'm not quite sure what he's planning, because I feel like in this episode all the decisions that he took about oh, we're going to go attack all the people who has done nothing about this, and everyone who is in no way involved in this, they will also have to face the consequences. Technically that's what's happening. Three people attacked the carriage which was going for the Holy Kingdom, and instead of doing something to them, Ainz has decided to actually attack the whole kingdom in itself. I understand all his arguments. He said that with Negredo, he said that, oh, we are not letting all these humans grow even more so that they don't overthrow us. That's what we're trying to do. And all his arguments I understand, and but still, I don't know. I'm not quite sure about how he's planning in doing this. Like I said, his goal is to rule not by fear, but that's what he's ending up doing. I'm pretty sure after this attack and everything, a lot of people will fear him, and that won't help. Okay, I'll talk about that a little bit later, what I'm trying to say here. But at first, what happened is obviously Albedo's like, oh no, I reject that. And Albedo says did quite a good observation she had. He said that, oh, so what changed your mind? Maybe it's Gazet's absence, or maybe your prince, who's sitting behind you, maybe you realized that yeah, you don't want anything to happen to him. So yeah, maybe that's why you're doing this, because obviously if they attack the kingdom, the prince is in equal equal danger. So the king, by saying oh, take my head, he's trying to save his family or something like that. That's what Albedo said. Obviously a random fool, a noble, obviously suddenly comes in front of her, and he's like, oh, this is all your plan. Albedo's not happy about that. Obviously Albedo's like, yeah, you want that 1 month to get reduced to 1 second? If you want that, I can do that. he just shuts down, and then Albedo's like, yeah, 1 month time, so there you go. And she says in the end, she says what the hell, these people are so stupid. Why did they even try to go against us? Obviously Albedo did not even think that these people that guy Philip would actually do something like this knowingly, because as she said in the previous episode, she was so surprised about the fact that someone did this, without, just because they were foolish. Like, that never crossed her mind, because for in her mind, in the Sorcerer Kingdom is something really, like almighty, and obviously it's true. The Sorcerer Kingdom is just crazy. So someone actually trying to steal stuff from the Sorcerer Kingdom in itself is so baffling and so impossible in Albedo's mind, that she didn't even think that someone would do that knowingly. That's why she was like, oh, did someone really do this with, even though they knew that this was going, this is a Sorcerer Kingdom, how foolish can they be? And that's what she says in the end here. I also want to know, where is it? But this matter came as a surprise to us as well. We are the ones who want to know what in the world your kingdom was thinking. God damn. But what can they do? Like a few, people, just those nobles and Philip, they are the ones who did it. But yeah. Okay, now after that we kind of see Brain training a few of the kids, obviously, because self protection, self defense, you need to know that. And he's saying how, like, oh, even if I do not survive, I want these, my skills to kind of go to them, and these kids can be the future of that. And we see him having the Gazef's sword, and how the what was the name, the red roses, I think, or was it the blue roses, I forgot. Yeah, I think blue roses, they gave it to him to keep it, I'm guessing. Oh no, wait, he said princess, so Runner gave it to her. Yeah, I'm guessing that. And okay, so one thing they're thinking about is actually letting these kids go away, escort them out of here, and just evacuate them from here. That girl says, I'll have them catch a ride on a caravan heading towards near the wait a minute, just a sec. Okay, I'm getting these kids out of here. You've got away. Finally have. I'll have them catch a ride on the caravan heading towards the city near the council estate. Even if I, okay, there you go. The swordsmanship I'm teaching will forever be with them. Okay, and that girl says that one of that the leader, the guy who taught Gazeth, I'm guessing she's talking about that guy, that old man. She says, like, would you allow us to send one of ours with our children, which is with that guy, because he'll keep them safe, that's why. And the Brain is like, oh, that's really good, that'll be very nice, thank you. Now I was actually surprised that they just completely skipped the whole 1 month. I thought they were going to show us a little bit more. But they just the 1 month was just completely gone, and we see Ainz and everyone discussing what to do. And what their plan is, they're doing this in a very secret manner. The kingdom, you remember them saying oh, Ainz is not even doing anything. What are they planning? Which is, so they have been doing a lot of other things which they don't know secretly. And Ainz says, monitoring the roads and keeping our movements covered, which is Demuge is doing that, and he says a good job Demuge for doing that. And Albedo has brought some of the kingdom's noble to our side. Interesting thing I'm thinking about, it something like this is I guess, yeah, they were able to bring some nobles into their side, but I do wonder what Ainz is going to do with them, because obviously all these nobles are corrupt. As soon as they saw something is wrong with their king, they're going to get the short end of the stick, they just jumped ship, that means, which is obviously something very bad. They betrayed their kingdom. So I do wonder what if Ainz actually plans on keeping them alive, or is he thinking oh, I'm just going to use them as some raw materials in some experiment or something. I think that's probably what he's planning, because obviously they are corrupt nobles, and they have jumped ship to our side. I'm pretty sure Ainz don't like, not Einstein, not anyone, I'm pretty sure no one wants them to be here, because they're like, corrupt and evil. And like, that's why I'm saying, like, and I wonder what Einstein is going to do with them. Okay, now he says the main objective of this plan is to prevent the other countries from interfering and helping the kingdom by shutting down the kingdom's border before they even notice. And that's why they're doing this as a covert operation. Okay, after that, he says that that is why it was necessary to annihilate the cities and the village near the areas. But then he kind of like, like looks at Estonia and kind of is like, okay, yeah. So I understand why he did that now, because they already had a conversation before with Bastonia and Negredo, and what the conclusion was that Ainz would not let the other floor guardians, except Sebas, obviously Sebas was there with them, know about this. You know how they're going to not destroy the places or something like that, because they won't be happy with it. That's why I'm guessing Ainz kind of like, just changed the whole topic after looking at Bastonia a little bit. Okay, now here Ainz tells everyone how loss is also needed, is necessary, because you learn something from your loss. And he asks Cocytus how he's feeling after that first initial loss with the Nizzelmen. And he says like, yeah, I'm learning a lot of things. And he also says like, I'll be assigning a lot of other things to the four guardians. So yeah, you guys need to get used to all of this, which is interesting. I never thought about this before. So basically, as our kingdom grows, I'm pretty sure a lot of like everything Ainz won't be able to like look at. So he will probably assign like certain kingdoms to certain certain like one or two floor guardians, and you're gonna let them handle it, and he'll be obviously in the main center, in the middle, while all the other floor guardians, they'll do their work on the other kingdoms and report to him daily or something like that. So I never thought about it. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen in the future. Okay, now, and he also says like, let us also prepare for if any guild in the future who is even stronger than us, comes in front of us, we'll have to fight them. So there you go. Let us gain more knowledge and experience. Okay, now they ask like, who's the one responsible for the next region, and everyone's like, oh, it's Einstein, and everyone's like, wow, like it's Einstein, let's see what he does. Like, we'll see the great one, like, make a plan and like, do it. Like, we'll learn a lot of new things from it. And Cocytus says, I believe this battle lacks some military force. Now here we get like a close-up shot of Bastonia, and obviously it makes more sense because Ainz, Bastonia, and Negredo and Sebas probably made this plan thinking about how to make the killings minimal. Aura says like, some humans escaped from the nearby towns that were destroyed too. Lord Ainz was responsible for these towns too. And everyone's like yeah, like what happened? Like Ainz was like the one who was responsible for it. So how can people run away? Is there any reason for this? And Ainz is like, your questions are reasonable. All of you should watch this next. He just basically what he did here, he was like, yeah, your questions are reasonable. Yeah, you'll get your answer soon. Just keep your eyes and ears open and watch my next battle. You'll get your answer over there. And because obviously he cannot say, what can he say here? Like, because he cannot bring out the whole conversation that he, Bastonia, Negredo, and Sebas had. So there you go. He's like, yeah, you guys will understand. Just watch the next one. Oh boy. Okay, the next place is Enayuel. It's a fishing town that doesn't have many and so on. Okay, so that's the place what we saw later on. I'm guessing that's the place, this Enayuel, this place that they're talking about. Okay. Now we kind of go to a little flashback and we see how Ainz goes with Sebas to see Negredo, and she's Albedo's elder sister. I knew there were siblings. I did not know that she was the elder sister. Okay, so they come in front of. Wait, so Negredo's like a sister? Yeah, because you know, like the dress she's wearing, like it was like a sister's dress. So I'm guessing that's her setting, you know, like a sister, but like an. Is she an undead? No, I don't know. She looked like an undead. I wonder who, you know, what race she is. Like, you know, for example, what's her name? Albedo's a succubus. And wait, so shouldn't Negredo also be a succubus? Because he's her elder sister. I'm not quite sure. I wonder who she is. Like, you know, what's her, like, you know, specification? Is she an undead, a succubus, or something like that? I'm kind of curious. Or maybe a ghoul. She kind of looked like a ghoul, you know, like that face and everything. I don't know. Let me know if it's not any spoilers, you know. Okay, so they get in, and Pestonia is also there. Now, as we know, Pestonia, Negredo, and Sebas are the people, you know, are the floor, like, you know, the people here in Ainz, underneath Ainz, who is, like, you know, like morally, who is the most good. These three are the ones. Obviously, all the other ones have, you know, like they are either, few of them are either morally gray, a few of them are morally completely, like, you know, on the dark side. So yeah, like these people are morally good actually. So obviously that's why Pestonia and Negredo, like, you know, probably had like a conversation, and Sebas was also there. That's why they decided to bring Ainz and talk to him about this and bring out their points about why what he's doing is not a good idea. And it's interesting that, you know, like Ainz actually wanted that, you know, like all the other floor guardians and everyone to think for themselves, and that's what's actually happening here. Everyone's bringing their own points and how they see, and if you are able to convince Ainz, then yeah, you'll get your wish. That type of a situation, you know, like everyone's there, everyone's bringing up proposals. You know, if you want your proposals to succeed, so then bring up as like an actual point which is going to make Ainz change his mind. That type of a situation. Basically, you know, like the boss is sitting and all the other employees, they're you know, they're kind of bringing up points and proposals, and everyone's trying their plan to work. So that's why they're trying to convince the boss, and obviously the boss will be the one who will take the final decision. But it's your, like, you know, like even if your plan is not that much good of a plan, but you're able to present it very nicely and very, you know, like able to convince the boss, you'll get, you know, you'll get your plan will get picked or something like that. So Ainz, okay, interesting. Like I said, Negredo, she's like wearing like a sister's, like, you know, dress. And not only that, her face is like, you know, like the flesh is coming out. That's why I'm saying she looks like a ghoul or like an undead or something like that. She has huge hair. I wonder what the blood was that was dripping from her scissors. Like, what was that blood? Did she like do something with this? I'm not quite sure. But like I said, this girl reminds me so much of another character. I don't know if you guys have seen that show. I have seen that show a long time ago, and I barely remember anything. But I do remember the premise of the show. It was quite an interesting premise. I think it was called the something Bunri no Crime Edge. Let me check. Dansai Bunri no Crime Edge. Yeah, in that show there was a girl like her who had huge hair, and like there was like a scissor as far as I can remember, and there's something about, like, you know, her hair, like, you know, you cannot cut it or something like that. I don't remember what it was. It was something like that. I barely remember anything, but she reminds me of that girl so much. Okay, now she brings up the, you know, like she says like, oh, can we stop this senseless massacre of people within the kingdom? And Ainz obviously says like, no, like, you know, that's not happening. And he also said like you are supposed to bring this up to your floor, like like to who you were underneath. Like for example, Negredo, you should go to Cocytus with this. You're going against Cocytus's wishes and you're saying this to me now like this. So, and obviously Pistone is like, no, I also kind of like suggested this as well. And I says we initiated this plan to further strengthen the great tomb of Nazareth. Do you think mere mercy would be enough to change our plans? And obviously, Negredo says here, like all babies have potential, Lord Ines. Now, and Piston says not only the infants, humans are innovators that continue to birth new things. And she kind of talks about how the biscuit is like different, and that's because of innovation. Now, this is one thing I have to say I also agree with. Like, I understand what Ines is saying, but just killing off people like this, I feel like in the end, who is he going to rule? Who is he going to rule if he just ends up killing everyone like this? Which is something I remember him actually bringing up this topic in one of the previous episodes. I'm kind of curious why he's so against just like at least a few people. Like the main people, you can attack them, defeat them, or whatever. The people who are normal people, normal citizens and everything, why is he not actually trying to be a little lenient towards them? I'm kind of curious about it. Like, it's crazy, because I'm not talking about morality. Like morality can go out the window, because in this show morality means nothing. Ines himself said that I'm my heart and everything, it doesn't feel pain when I kill, when I see humans die, because her morality is not there anymore. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that by doing this, like Negredo said, a lot of people who might be someone who can be a great innovator in the future, you're just culling and destroying their talent from growing. Who knows, maybe a certain someone amongst the people you killed, maybe in the future they will be someone who makes something that might change your life completely. Now obviously I also can see Ines's point. Ines says that there might be we should not let these people get more stronger, because they might actually try to overthrow us as well. But for this, I think if Ines acts like a benevolent ruler, I'm pretty sure but at the same time, no, it's not that easy, because a lot of people will have the the whole revenge and vengeance thing will be within a lot of people. They might actually try to, but that's also going to happen if we kill the people. A lot of other people will have this whole vengeance thing, like, oh, we're going to get the Sorcerer Kingdom. And as I said, maybe in the future someone might become someone who will topple Ines from his throne. Okay, let me read this section, what Ines says. However, I feel that the progress of civilization is dangerous. Okay, the powerful stagnate while the weak grow stronger, which is true. They are the powerful ones, they'll stagnate, while the weak will grow stronger. We have to avoid any possibility of human overthrowing us. So I can understand that as well. As Negredo said, that there might be someone who will be a great innovator, but at the same time, there might be someone who will probably be someone who can overthrow them in the future. So Ines is looking in that direction. He's like, yeah, we're not letting anyone survive this, because these people, they're weak, they will grow stronger, while we will be stagnated, and they might come where they slit our throats and we won't be able to do anything then. That's what he's trying to avoid. This is a complicated situation, I understand Ines's point, I understand Negredo's point, because obviously what Negredo is trying to say is, if you destroy every one of them, then who are you going to rule? Who are you going to rule? And not only that, a lot of people might be someone who's very talented in the future, who's little kids who you don't even know, might be able to help you out. For example, Gondo, he's a person who Ines needed. As we saw, not only Gondo, all the runesmiths. So it's not that Einstein, like like Einstein can know when will he need which persons or which talent help. He doesn't know that now. So actually just killing everyone like this, and in the future you might actually be deprived of something you could have gotten if you actually showed mercy to them. Something like that. And that's what Negredo is saying here. Because like if you look at it, like honestly speaking, all these people, all these like the floor guardians and everyone, they're extremely strong. But obviously they there are few of them, they might need someone's help who has some other talent like Gondo. So what will they do then? It's something like that I'm thinking about. But yeah, I can also understand Einstein's point as well, which is, yeah, like someone might actually be so strong in the future who can overthrow them. So this could easily be avoided by just destroying the whole kingdom. Now Einstein's like, okay, the conversation is over, I told you my point. And he gets up, is going away. Pistonia's like, please wait, I have something to say. And she says, the carrot and the stick plan, here you go. I've heard that this plan shows how wait, what? I've heard this plan shows how differently we treat the kingdom who wish to be our enemy compared to the empire who became a vassal state. Okay, so there you go. So there comes the carrot and the stick strategy. So basically, obviously the vassal state is the Bharat Empire, and the Vistaz kingdom is going against them. So people, all the other kingdoms will see that, oh, the Bharat Empire became the vassal state. They're living in luxury and nice, they don't have any fear. While they look at the Vistaz Empire, they went against the Lord Ain-sama, and that's why they just got completely destroyed. So that's what she's saying. Like do it like this. No need to destroy everyone. Just give someone the carrot, give someone the stick. Something like that. Wouldn't people who manage to survive by the skin of their teeth better spread the horrors they experienced? Yeah, that as well. Like if you attack the kingdom and actually spare a few of them, they will actually spread how strong and how like crazy the whole situation was. Because yeah, like you remember the slain theocracy, they were all of them were like, we've heard that he did something like this, and who knows, maybe that's all rumors, maybe that was false. They're talking like that because they don't even know what happened there, they were not there. While Climb, Brain, they were there, they know the horrors and they understand what's going on. So this is the thing, that's the difference. Now is this actually a thing? This Pistonia actually, is the woof thing that she says is not part of her speech pattern? Does she like deliberately stick that or something? Because actually she forgets to say woof here. And she's like, oh, woof. That's what she does in the end. So I'm guessing that's probably part of a setting. And she does that deliberately. And I think like, okay, I can understand what she's saying, but obviously Albedo and everyone else will reject this. And he's also thinking like, yeah, they are correct. We should keep our options. I just cannot kill everyone, and because our kingdom will get even more bigger and bigger. So yeah. And he says like, okay, I understand. I'll consider letting a small number of humans go. And yeah, that's what happened. And now Ainz is thinking what to do. He's just like, oh, what should I do now? He cannot say the actual situation to Albedo and everyone else, but he also needs to think about doing it like this. It's a complicated situation because Albedo and everyone's already questioning that, wait, how did so many humans run away from here? Wasn't Ain-sama the one looking, having had the duty to look over this place? Now after that we go to, yeah, there you go, that's the port city in all, there you go. Yeah, and here we see this guy who's, I'm guessing, the lord of this place or something. Yeah, and they have brought Count, okay, Count Nauria, and we see there's a few mithril adventurers. Yeah, and they're like, looking at all the zombies just standing there. And here this girl, what's her name, I forgot, the warrior girl, the white-haired warrior girl, she says that, oh, look at all those zombies and everything, what, like, they're like, don't you feel humiliated that they thought that, oh, this will be enough for us? The count is like, nah, it's okay, like, I'm like, like, they're going easy on us. I'm glad about that. He seems like a chill guy, like. It's like, yeah, it's, thank God they're doing that. Like, I don't feel humiliated. Like, yeah, like, like, this is fine. This is okay. I'm glad that they're doing this. They're not using their whole force to attack us. Now, she looks at the special undead, which are the Death Knights, and she also talks about how, oh, these two will be probably the trump cards. And now here's the thing. It's so funny that she said, like, oh, these are the trump cards that are here, and they're like, they're going to attack us, and the main battle will revolve around these two, which is true. Only for this battle, the Death Knights are in no way, any way closer to all the other floor guardians. And not only the floor guardians, let's take the battle mates themselves. The battle mates, and the Death Knights, huge level of skill difference. And if she thinks that these are the trump card, oh boy, they're in for a surprise. Oh my god. Like, yeah. Now, okay, one thing. Okay, he says, you've seen how many survivors there have been here so far. She says, are you trying to say that the number of survivors is too small? That's exactly right. I think the Sorcerer Kingdom is planning to eradicate all of the people of the kingdom. Yeah. Okay, now he goes in front of all the adventurers and he's like, oh, like, thank you everyone for coming, like, you're going to help us out. And we have the 4 armaments, the mithril team. So there's that girl, the white-haired warrior girl, the pink-haired priest girl. I'm not sure who that guy is. Probably either an assassin or a thief. Not an assassin. He looks like a thief. So he's a thief probably, or a rogue, a rogue or a thief. And obviously the other guy is a mage. So these are the 4 armor. They're the mithril team. So, okay, just a sec. Now they have, like, they have a few rewards for them as well, and okay, now that girl, what's her name, Lilinet? She says, don't you have some magic items that you consider family heirlooms? 5-colored holy sword. Okay. Is that one of the items that you see Ainz using? Is this 5-colored holy sword also part of that? Because I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually something like that. But anyways, he says, like, yeah, we have that. It has the power of 5 different elements, and Lilinet is like, I want that. And he's like, oh, you know what, okay, I'll do that if you marry my son as a concubine. Like, this is so, like, she he probably thought that she was going to, like, reject it or something, or if she doesn't reject it, then yeah. But this girl goes completely crazy. One thing, like I said, she, oh my god, she looks so much like a Astolfo. Like, from Fate Grand Order, Fate Apocrypha, Astolfo. If you look at the faces and everything, the hair and all. Like, I know Astolfo's a male, that's not what I'm saying, but still, their facial structure and everything, it looks so similar. Like, the first thing that I saw her and I was like, wait a minute, she looks so much like Astolfo. And her personalities as well, you know, it's kind of like oh my god, she's a bit too crazy. Like, you know, Astolfo's not that crazy, but Astolfo has also his, like, you know, like funny, like, you know, like mischievous parts. And oh my god, she's like, oh, how old is he? Oh my god, that's what she goes. And all the other adventurers, they're like looking at her like, what's this girl saying? Like, his fellow adventurers, the mithril, like, you know, class adventurers, they're the ones who are just looking at her in this manner. They're like, please don't start now. Calm down. Like, this is not the time. While, you know, like the few of the other, like, you know, adventurers who are underneath, all the other, like, you know, at first they were like, oh no, like, what are you saying? Like, you know, I'm the one who's going to marry her or something like that. And then when she suddenly brings up this about the whole like age, and when the count was like, yeah, like, you know, he's like 12 or 13, something like that, and she starts drooling, and all the other adventurers underneath, they're like, oh my god, what's going on here? And oh wow. In the end, the count was like, maybe I made a hasty decision, you know, I'm not quite sure now. And yeah, and in the end, the warrior girl, she was like, okay, stop, Lilinet, it's not the time now. And then they're like, all right, let's get ready, they're attacking us. And everyone gets ready. And yeah, so first let's test the waters. They like, you know, you throw a few like, you know, through arrows, shoot a few arrows, and the normal undeads are going down, but the big one, the big death knight and the death warrior, I think that's what they call the other one, that's the dual swordsman. The death knight, it kind of comes in front and just starts running, you know, and like the arrows are getting and nothing's happening. And then they're like, all right, let's use magic for them. And they're using magic. The undead, the small undeads are going down, but this death knight, nothing is happening. It's just zooming past everything. And it comes and just starts bashing the door. And this is where that girl, what's her name? You know what? I need to figure out what's her name. Just a second. Because yeah, like, how long will I just refer to her as this girl? Okay, she has quite a difficult name. Scama Elibero. Okay, I don't think I'll remember that anytime soon. Lilinet's name is quite easy to remember. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to call her the warrior girl if I forget her name. So yeah, she now goes down and she's like, all right, let's do this. And the mage comes down. And what's the name? The priest Lynette also comes down, and she's like, all right, the death knight destroys the door, gets in, and the warrior girl, she starts, like, you know, she's like, all right, you guys buff me up, you know. And they use all the, like, you know, greater haste, like, you know, lesser haste, lesser, like, you know, strength, lesser dexterity, all those like, you know, things that they use. And she uses like a spell, like doppel, I think that's what she called, and her axe becomes 2. You know what, this is such an interesting, like, you know, thing, because like I said, this is one skill that it's been a while I've seen a skill like this, where there's like a floating sword or a weapon beside you. This is a skill which is so very common in MMOs, you know, where, like, you know, I've seen this spell so many times in so many MMOs, where you get like a floating sword or whatever, like, you know, a floating weapon beside you, and it like automatically attacks anyone beside you, like, you know. So I was like, wow, that's kind of interesting that she actually used a spell like this. Kind of is similar to that. But okay, she is ready now. She goes and, like, you know, starts attacking, like, you know, defending, and the death knight is also fighting. Everyone's, like, you know, boosting her up, but it's not working, you know. Like, they're using like, you know, the spell to blind him, to stick him to the ground, but he's just, you know, just going through everything. The dual swords death warrior, he's also coming, and they, like, you know, like, they try to stop him as well. He's not stopping. Both of them come and they're like ready to attack them. And all these, like, mithril adventurers, they are thinking, what should we do now? Because yeah, like, everyone's here, and they for a moment they're like, okay, you guys should run away. And that warrior girl told the other guy, probably a rogue or a thief, told him that, oh, you also helped me out. And they were probably ready to, like, like to just act as like the bait or the, like, support, to so that the other ones can run away or something like that. But that doesn't come, like, like nothing happens after that, because the guy, the Death Knights, gets shot. It's like this mecha guy, in a mecha suit, I'm not sure, he comes in, starts shooting them using a huge gun, and just destroyed them. And they said, like, his name is a member of the Vermilion Drop. So Vermilion Drop is, like, I'm guessing, another group of adamantine adventurers. And he just uses the gun, like, just shoots everyone. The Death Warrior was able to kind of parry a few of the bullets, but still, got shot completely and died in the end. And there you go. In the end, he kind of does like this and just leaves. For a moment, I thought maybe this was like one of Ainz's people, because he did this previously as well, attacked some, like, part, and then he himself came as Momon. Like, the whole Irantel situation, not Irantel, sorry, yeah, it was it Irantel? I don't remember. Where, like, he as Ainz came in, and then Momon came in, yeah. And, like, they kind of fought against each other, and the whole Jaldabos situation as well, like, they're attacking and saving at the same time. I thought he's doing something like that here again. Turns out, no, this is actually an adamantine adventure, and he's pretty strong, he or she, I'm not sure who that is. So yeah, this person just shoots and takes like 5 seconds, takes care of the Death Knights, just goes away. But like I said, these are all Death Knights, the Floor Guardians or the Battlemates are way above them, way stronger than them. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the adamantine adventurers actually fighting them. So it'll be interesting to see that. But other than that, they kind of go away, and the report comes. They're like, oh, the Death Warrior and the Death Knight is gone, they've died. And Ainz is like, just as expected. And everyone's like, oh, okay, it's part of the plan. It's part of Ainz-sama's plan. And that's where it ends. I wonder what part of the plan it was. If that was actually part of the plan, or Ainz is again just like, like just saying whatever the hell he wants to. But we'll see. We'll see. I think it is also part of the plan, because Ainz seems pretty confident here. He's like, yeah, it's part of the plan. So I'm guessing he probably thought that, yeah, something like this might happen, and that has happened now. So he has some other plan now. We'll see what he does in the next episode. So there you go. That was it, and that was my reaction to Overlord Season 4 episode number 9. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe. If you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Overlord. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.